listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Good evening and welcome into Worthen Arena in Muncie, Indiana. It's another night of college hoops on SL Digital. The reigning MAC champs are back home for the first time this season after starting 2-0 on the road. Their opponent tonight, Northern Kentucky. The Nors are 0-2 and hungry to get into the win column. I'm LJ Shrieve, to my left, Zander Woods, and in front of us, the home opener for the Ball State Cardinals. Zander, it's a good night for some basketball.
Oh, absolutely. Great to be back here in Worthen Arena on a Wednesday night, LJ. So much homework to be done, but yet we find ourselves here in the nest yet again, and can't wait to be on the show with you again.
Yeah, Zander, well, it's been a good start to the season for the Cardinals. Not so much if you look over Northern Kentucky's way, but only 2 games in, not any reason to panic quite yet. What have you seen from either of these squads so far early?
Well, when I'm looking at Ball State, 2-0, yes, and impressive, especially against that win on the road against Arkansas State, and you're able to close that game out. The Cardinals started out really strong, out-rebounding the Red Wolves and taking an early lead. Grace Kingery, Carson Norman, Zen Verbrick leading the way. However, Arkansas State, they found themselves fighting back in that fourth quarter, going on a 20-0 run, forcing the Cardinals to really rally late and then close that game out. And then that second win against IUPUI, Bree Salumbine and Tessa Towers both came out and had their coming out parties with 20 and 10 triple doubles. Bree winning MAC Player of the Week honors. And though they led throughout the game, again, another game when they had to really come together and rally late to close the team out. And so for me, when I'm looking at Ball State, this does look like a traditional Coach Sally-led team, a team that wants to get out and fast, shoot the ball, get in transition. However, that lack of continuity and familiarity with these players has shown as they have not been able to confidently secure a win yet. Now, when I'm looking at Northern Kentucky, a team that, like you said, is hungry for their first win, they have really been playing very poor as of late. They showed a lot of heart, though, and they've stuck through with games. However, quite the opposite for when Ball State rallies together to get the win. They've fallen apart towards those fourth quarters, and really that's led them to blowout losses. And part of that's contributing to those losses is 37 turnovers in their first 2 games, -7 in the assist column at that, and also a -15 scoring margin as well. Number 35, Maddie Moody, however, when we're talking about a bright spot, a freshman leading the team in blocks and rebounds, 60% from 3. She's someone that I would be looking, if I'm Coach Harns, if I would be looking to get out and get through her and play through her, as yet she is young. However, she's shown a lot of promise, and she showed a lot of skill set for such a young player and versatility. And I think another option or another way they need to be better if they want to have a chance against this MAC championship team is really have Maya Meredith and Taysha Rustin. They need to play better from the guard position. From that perspective, you're averaging almost 10 turnovers and only 5 assists between the two of them. That's not acceptable, especially when you're a team that's not able to really get in the paint and really be aggressive. As you've seen, they've only shot 14 free throws in these first 2 games. And so if I'm Northern Kentucky and if I'm the Nors, I really got to say, listen, we got to lean on what's working for us, and we got to lean on trying to slow down, stop trying to play so much perimeter basketball, spread the love, spread the basketball around, and get more of our guys and more of our playmakers and our scorers the basketball. A player that I really would like to look out for heading into tonight's matchup is Kamara Morgan. She's leading the team in scoring, yet she's off the bench, only averages a turnover a game from that guard spot and gets you around 2 assists. And in mind, I add you, she's shooting 40% from the field, considering she has been the player that they've relied on towards the end of the shot clock. So I think they need to get her a little bit involved in the action early on that shot clock reset.
Yeah, Zander, I think there's a lot to take in right there. And with kind of what you just mentioned, you've seen a lot of different options that have scored the basketball for Northern Kentucky, but you mentioned it, Maddie Moody, a definitely a bright spot early on, just 2 games in. Comes out with a lot of confidence. You mentioned it. She's a freshman standing at 6'1", loves to go to the left. She catches it, high post and rips left, can get a bucket really whenever she wants. It's pretty impressive how involved she's been early in this season for Northern Kentucky. You mentioned a lot of players to watch for there. What about on the Ball State side? Who are some players you're looking forward to watching perform tonight?
Really, for me, LJ, it would have to be Carson Norman. She's someone that's played the most amount of minutes. She clearly has the trust from the coaching staff and Coach Sally. She's poised. No, she hasn't necessarily popped out on the stat sheet. You could tell that she's already an early impact player, that she's already someone that has a lot of the coach's trust, and she's almost like a head coach herself out there. And then I have to go with the Gonzaga transfer, Bree Salamon, a Gatorade Player of the Year in Michigan, at one point the highest recruit in Gonzaga's history, dealt with so many injuries, but now she's looking and she's hungry to almost revitalize that career, and she's done it. She's secured that. Basketball's in her blood. Family full of 1,000-point scorers from the high school ranks. This is really her year, and I can tell she really wants it bad.
Yeah, Zander, you just mentioned it. Gatorade Player of the Year her senior year. She was also a 4-time Player of the Year in her section in high school basketball. Scored over 2,000 points at the high school level. Had a lot of success. You mentioned the injuries. She has had 4 knee surgeries, 3 of them being ACL. It's quite impressive that a player can play after all of that. And you mentioned it, Bree is here for her final season of college basketball and looks to make it a good, healthy one for the Ball State Cardinals as they just jogged onto the court. Both squads now getting their warm-ups in with 3:25 left until we head to the anthem. One more thing for us, Zander. Let me hear your keys to the game for both squads.
Well, simply for both teams, I can honestly speak in general, is turning the ball over cannot be something that you do tonight. I repeat, turning the ball over cannot be a point of emphasis for each team, because clearly if that was their objective, then they would be doing fine, right? But you can't have 30-plus turnovers in a span of 2 games. You got to be careful with the basketball. If I'm Northern Kentucky, I want to attack that paint. I want to challenge Ball State's rim protection. If I'm watching them on film, it's probably, I wouldn't say a weakness, LJ, but it's something that I want to test and I really want to get the most out of for this team that's already searching for that first win. And if I want to get them going and I want to give them a little bit of juice, that's what I'm trying to look for. And if I'm Ball State, not only am I not trying to turn the ball over, but listen, we got to keep doing what's been having us win. And what is that? Spacing the floor, playing through our shooters, and then being efficient with our post touches as well, and getting cross half court, causing those turnovers, getting out and running. And that's really been the formula for this team and for this culture, I might add, for the past 2 seasons.
Jeff Hans, Coach Brady Sally meet at half court, shake hands, 2 minutes until we get ready here. That'll do it for the pregame show live on SL Digital Radio, brought to you by Victory Honda of Muncie. For Zander Woods, I have been LJ Shrieve. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. You've been listening to College Hoops on SL Digital.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. This is Hadassah Harris with CBS's WLFI 18, a proud SportsLink alum. Chirp, chirp.
Hey Cardinal fans, this is Connor Onion, play-by-play broadcaster with Fox Sports, and I'm a proud SportsLink alum. You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. Chirp, chirp.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to our conditioning, our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now. You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Welcome back into Worthen Arena. It's the Ball State Cardinals and the Northern Kentucky Nors. They matched up last season at Northern Kentucky, where the Ball State Cardinals marched in and won 77-51. And the key from that one was Grace Kingery. At the time, the freshman for the Cardinals had her first start of the season. Due to some injuries on the roster, she dropped 23 points, and that was a confidence booster for her and the rest of the squad. We have the starting lineups now for the Ball State Cardinals coming out. Starting for them, you have Carson Norman, the Butler transfer, then Grace Kingery, I just mentioned her. Bree Salabine, who has talked about a handful in the pregame show. Tessa Towers, the senior transfer who came in last season, originally from Wisconsin, had a double-double in their last outing against IU Indy. And then the last one, rounding it all out, Anise Tagayi. I'm LJ Shrieve. To my left, Zander Woods. We will be taking you all four quarters here in Worthen Arena. Northern Kentucky seeking their first win. The Cardinals look to stay perfect on the season. A very respectful crowd here on a Wednesday night in Muncie, Indiana. Zander, moments away from tip-off. It's going to be a fun one.
Oh, absolutely. a larger crowd than we were typically expecting here on a Wednesday night, LJ. But yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's gonna be a nice, interesting street. A lot of new faces for this Ball State fandom to really kind of get used to, and I'm in for a treat. And hopefully you are too.
Yeah, Zander, I think everyone in here is in for one. It's the home opener for the Cardinals. They are in their white uniforms with red trim. They will be moving left to right, and then opposite of them, the Nors are in black with gold trim, moving right to left. Their head coach, Jeff Hans, in his second season with the Nors. Last season finished 11-21, 8-2 in conference play in the Horizon League, finished 5th, so a very respectable first season under Jeff Hans. He had a ton of success before at Thomas More, which is a Division III program, leading them to an 89% win percentage. Very, very impressive. And then on the other side, Brady Sally hot off their first MAC championship win. To tip off, you have the freshman Maddie Moody for the Nors, and for the Cardinals, Anise Tagai, who is not the tallest. Tessa Towers standing at 6'5". Anise 6 foot, but boy, Anise has some hops, can really get up. The referee will hit center stage, and ball is tipped, won by the Cardinals, and Carson Norman will get things started on the left wing. She has it now in the corner, working off Salabine's screen, works to her right, now probes around. A mid-range shot tipped, goes a little short, rebounded by the Nors. And here they come, moving right to left, crosses the timeline now. Working around the perimeter, Morgan has it on the right wing. She works off a screen, switches, mid-range over Tessa Towers, does not go. Rebound by Towers, will swing it over to Bree Sallenbein. Quick ball movement. Now Kingery in the corner, that will be called off due to a traveling violation by Anise Tagai.
Tagai right there running with the basketball before she could be decisive with it. That's an easy call for the referee.
Now to inbound, Maddie Moody. She will get it back and cross timeline. Swings it over. Morgan now kicks back. Top of the key is Rushton. Rushton has it. She's going to fire up a three. That one goes strong off the back rim. Does not get that one to go. All her points this season have come off three-point attempts. Cardinals coming the other way quickly. Grace Kingery will get it started from downtown. 3-0 is the lead for the Cardinals with just under 9 minutes to play in the first.
You know, Jay, when you're thinking of Grace, you purely think scoring.
A quick steal from the Cardinals off the press. Does not get a layup to go, missed, and fought for loose ball. Come down with Northern Kentucky. They will bring it in transition. Maddie Moody has it. Pulls up, does not get that shot to go. Rebound put back by Abby Wolderman, and she will get things started for Northern Kentucky.
One thing that Ball State is going to have to be aware of down low, Maddie Moody is lurking, and she is an elite shot blocker, averaging over 2 blocks a game.
Carson Norman off a double screen at the top of the key, gets a 3 to go. The Cardinals now lead by 4 with 8 minutes and some change to play in the first. Rushton has it on the right wing, working off a screen. Now we'll spin things around, rotate the ball. Now Maddie Moody has it in the left wing, swings it over Morgan. Morgan has it, driving, looking for a mid-range shot. She finds it, hits it with Tessa Towers in her face. A very impressive shot there from the all-freshman team member, Kamora Morgan, from last season.
You know, one thing about Kamora Morgan, she's listed at 6 foot, but she's the point guard. So
elite ball skill.
Elite ball skill. So that contest that Tessa Towers is so used to putting up against these guards won't phase her as much.
Quick in transition are the Nors. They tie things up at 6 with 7:33 to go. Norman will have it for the Cardinals, slowing things down on the left wing. She will hand it over to Grace Kingery. She works off a Salabine screen. Now pulls a deep three. Kingery feeling it early, does not get that to go. Rebound into the hands of Rushton. She has it pushing in transition, blocked by Tagai.
Tagai is an amazing athlete. As Coach Sally said, with her frame, she can get up.
Towers had it off a cut, leaves her layup just a bit short. And now the Nors will have it in transition. Fire up a three. It does not go from Meredith. And Norman will have it in her hands off the rebound. She has it right wing, kicks Towers, top of the key. Towers takes a dribble, pull up, mid-range is good. Tessa Towers just a step inside the three-point line, and that is something you did not see last year, added this season in the offseason. Now the Cardinals take control again. The press breaker results in a Grace Kingery layup, 10-6 with 6:30 to go in the first.
LJ, I'm still not sitting in my seat correctly. Did I just see a Tessa Towers pull-up jumper? Man, she must have been adding something to her bag this offseason.
Meredith has it right wing, working off a screen. Now kicks into the corner. Wolterman has it, kicks down low. Maddie Moody, that's too easy. Grace Kingery lets her go right by her to that left hand and finishes on the left block. That's where she gets most of her work done. This season, the freshman averaging 9 points a game. That's one of the bright spots for Northern Kentucky as the Cardinals were turn the ball over off an illegal screen from Salabine at the top of the key. Couple substitutions coming in. Zuri Ransom checking in. One of four Cardinals who was on that MAC championship squad. And then also checking into the game for the first time, Alba Cabrero, one of the newcomers for the Cardinals. Rushton has it, top of the key. She will work to her right. Kicks now. Maddie Moody has it. Stripped away by Carson Norman. She loses her handle. Kicks it back. Rushton has it. That shot does not fall. Rebound by Northern Kentucky. Fought for. Swung now. Moody has it. Kicks over. Morgan in the corner. Her three-pointer is short. And here come the Cardinals. Cabrero has it. Now at the top of the key, Norman, hand down. She's going to fire up a three. Little off to the right, and it'll bounce out of bounds. 5:21 left in the first. The Cardinals lead by 2.
You know, LJ, both teams are really trying to get out fast. And it's almost a battle of matches, almost stylistically. And right now, I think that's what we're seeing with Ball State trying to slow them down by getting into their press breaker so they can really set back and settle down into their offense.
Georgia Guarini checking into the game, otherwise known as Gigi, one of the newcomers for the Ball State Cardinals. Bringing it up for the Nors is Morgan. She has it, crossing the timeline, looks left. She finds someone, blocked by Kingery on the drive there. But a putback layup is good for Mia Jordan. Jordan averaging 4 rebounds a game. She gets her first of the game and ties it up at 10. Gigi has it at the top of the key, keeps Kingery. She's going to drive in. Will reset the offense at the top of the key. Looking down low for Cabrero. Can't find it. Now Tagayi has it. Ransom at the top of the key. Finds Cabrero. Gigi working off a screen. Fires up a three. Does not get that one to go. Fought for. Loose ball. Rebound by Tagayi. Puts it up with a reverse layup and gives the Cardinals the lead 12-10, 4:25 left in the first.
LJ, as I'm watching Tagayi just move, she is an incredible athlete. Not even the tallest girl on the court, but it's like she's able to just spring her body into positions where she knows that the other opponent, they can't get to.
Turnover for the Nors. Ransom has it on the left wing.
And look who caused that turnover again. Tagayi just stepping right in the middle of the passing lane.
Gigi gets on the scoreboard for the Cardinals, knocks down a three-pointer. They lead by 5 now. A loose ball foul on Anise Tagayi. When you pick up full court and have all that pressure, you're going to result in a couple fouls. But nevertheless, the Cardinals lead 10-15 with 3:53 left in the first. Pretty balanced game so far, back and forth, but the three-pointers for the Cardinals is what separates them and has them up by 5.
And LJ, this is, again, what Coach Sally likes to do. He likes to get his guards heavily involved in the offense, and he likes them shooting a lot of threes. And one thing you can honestly say from him, and what he did in the transfer portal, he got guys that can confidently stroke it, especially when going down in transition. He likes players that are able to not only be catch and shoot available, but people that are able to also score off the dribble and to be able to create for their own in transition also off of breaks and also in design sets as well.
The Nors down by 5. What have you seen from them so far, Zander?
Well, really what I've seen so far, though they're down by 5, I've liked what I've seen so far out of them. And Jeff Hands, he's really kind of, I could tell he pointed that emphasis where he felt like he needed to change at guard. Obviously, with Kamara Morgan getting the start tonight. However, my only thing is putting her at that one position, she's more of a scorer, right? She's not necessarily someone that's going to facilitate the basketball. That's more of your Tasha Rustin or your Maya Meredith role. So I'd like to see them sprinkle them in a little bit more and handle the basketball. And understandably, they have, for lack of better words, haven't been the most cautious with the basketball when it comes to them. Tasha Rustin getting the early turnover, fast break point. But you have to be able to play your game throughout your guards, especially with your offense being such a guard-oriented team. And I want to see a little bit more high-low action with Maddie Moody. You saw her get early paint touches. In LJ, she was able to work the rim. You saw her with that post hook and that putback. These are things that are going to justify you to get more touches down low. That's going to change a pace in this offense and keep Ball State's defense at bay. And they can't get into as many press defenses and 1-2-5s.
Northern Kentucky, although they are 0-2, they've played some pretty solid teams so far to start the season. First loss of the season came at Marshall, 68-53, but fought for all 40 minutes. And then they played the 20th best team in the country, now ranked 22nd in the Louisville Cardinals, and that was on the road as well. They don't have an easy one here in Worthen Arena, the number 8th ranked mid-major team in the country, the Ball State Cardinals. And then after this one, November 16th, coming up here soon, the Nors will head to Hinkle Fieldhouse to play the Butler Bulldogs. And so they have a tough first 4 games of the season, but also I love that scheduling done by their athletic department. Might as well test your team hard and test them early in the season, because that'll only make them better. Both teams breaking the huddle. The Cardinals 2-0 on the season. Wins at Arkansas State in a close one, 68-66. And then we mentioned it, the win at IU Indy, 81-72. Games coming up for them at Memphis, and then they host Cincinnati in the next week or so. The Nors will have it moving right to left. Now driving baseline, slips, loses her dribble, picked up by the Cardinals, fought for a loose ball into the hands of Gigi. The Cardinals moving quickly left to right. Ashlyn Brook will have it in the corner. She will drive, stops, finds Zuri Ransom along the wing. Gigi will reset now into the hands of Tagayi on the left wing. Had a cutter, did not find him, kicks it. Cabero in the corner. She knocks down a 3. Alba gets on the scoreboard for the Cardinals and extends their lead 18-10 with 3:15 left in the first.
Alba Cabero not getting too many minutes in the first 2 games, comes in and immediately makes a strong impact here tonight.
A quick transition 3 for the Nors does not go. Beastry can't get that one to fall, and Ransom will have it. Now hands it off Gigi, right wing. She crosses over, drives into the paint, goes up with it, and gets that one touched off the glass and in. Kylie Hunt will quickly bring it. The Cardinals have backed off their full court press, and the Nors will move right to left a little slower. Looking down low, dumps. Mia Jordan has it. She looks for a cutter, can't find her. Now some miscommunication between her and Hunt on the right wing results in a turnover for the Nors. The Cardinals will regain possession with a couple substitutions. Back into the game, Bree Salabine, Carson Norman, and Tessa Towers. And then checking out for the first time for Northern Kentucky is Maddie Moody. She gets a rest. And back in for her, Albie Wolderman. Norman has it for the Cardinals. Picked up full court by Rushton. She will drive, finds Tessa Towers on the left block. The bounce pass results in an assist for Carson Norman. And the Cardinals add on to their lead. They're up by 12 now with 2:15 left in the first, 22-10. They get a steal off the press. They continue to keep the pressure up. Norman gets the steal, dumps to Salabine. She can't get the layup to go, but she is earned to a trip at the free throw line. Some fast-paced offense and defense for the Cardinals, wanting to ramp up the pressure. You saw earlier in their first game, the Norse really struggled with the pressure that Marshall brought on them. So that's something that the Cardinals saw in the film room and wanted to bring into Wednesday night's game against the Norse. Ever since that timeout, it's been a big run for the Cardinals.
Oh, absolutely. It's been a 12-0 run by the Cardinals in the last 2.5 minutes. Now, 14-0 run over the last 2.5 minutes. And the Norse committing 4 turnovers in a row. They got to get this offense together.
Rushton has it on the right wing. She probes around the three-point line, draws a foul on Carson Norman. It's the Cardinals' 3rd foul of the quarter. To inbound for the Norse is Beastry. She gets it in to Rushton. Rushton has it. She has it on the right wing. Turnaround, mid-range jump shot does not go. Fought for a rebound. It falls back into the hands of Rushton. She fires up a three-pointer. It does not go there either. Here comes Ashlyn Brooke and the Cardinals. She picks up her dribble at the right wing. Looks for Bree Salabine. Can't find her, but now Brooke gets it back in her hands after a loose ball along the free throw line and dumps it down to Tessa Towers. Towers continuing to score the ball well. She's up to 6 points on the night. Rushton quick in transition, unable to get a layup. Now here come the Cardinals. Brooke has it on the right wing. Looks for Towers. Towers takes the dribble, kicks. Zuri Ransom back down to Towers, and Towers gets it again. 4 straight for Tessa Towers. And Northern Kentucky needs a timeout. 28-10 with 1:08, and Worthen Arena is on their feet.
Now, LJ, if you are a middle school / youth basketball player in attendance, that is something that you need to take back to practice immediately. That is what we like to call a perfect offensive possession. Not 1, not 2, not 3. Shoot, not even 4, but 5 different players, all 5 players touching the basketball, getting everybody in action on the offensive end, and you're able to see that quick tap-out pass. Tessa Towers didn't like that post-up position, quickly taps it back out to the perimeter, then gets that ball right back and scores it for an easy drop-off layup. That was a beautiful offensive possession, and if I'm the Norse, you got to find a way how to break this press. Ball State has been applying way too much pressure. Your guards are simply uncomfortable with the basketball, and you got to be able to slow this down.
Well, as you say, slow it down. The press continues, and so does the pressure. There'll be a jump ball, and it'll go in favor of the Cardinals. Pressure there from Gigi and Bree Salabine. It'll not be in favor of the Cardinals. It is in favor of Northern Kentucky. But they will be picked up full court once again.
And Northern Kentucky caught a break right there. That it wasn't another turnover as they committed again.
Ashlyn Brooke got a steal. Can't get her layup to go. And into the hands of Beastry for the Norse. She can't get her layup to go. Tessa Towers off her fingers and out of bounds. The Norse will have an opportunity to inbound underneath their basket. Back into the game for the Norse. Maddie Moody checking in. Out goes Mia Jordan.
Hey, LJ, I know she didn't corral that last rebound, but I'm actually so impressed by Tessa Towers' conditioning over the offseason. She looks a lot faster and a lot more mobile.
Maddie Moody off the inbound, takes it to the left block and gets an and 1 to go. She'll have an opportunity to convert on the three-point play. Bree Salabine just a bit too slow. Bree will check out. Back into the game comes Anise Tagayi.
And LJ, who did we say we wanted for the Norse to have the offense flow through? Maddie Moody. We talked about this in pregame. We talked about this in production. The lefty freshman is so talented, so quick, so skilled inside the painted area. We need to see more of her if the Norse have any hope in competing in this game.
Tagayi has it right wing for the Cardinals. She will take a dribble to her left, now to her right. Floats up a floater off her back foot, doesn't get it to go. Fought for a loose ball into the hands of Rushton. The Norse will reset their offense. Rushton has it at the top of the key. Will dribble to her right. 15 seconds left on the clock, and they will hold for one more shot. Down 13-28, Cardinals lead. Rushton has it, takes a dribble to her right. Finds a cutting. Morgan, her shot does not go. Rebound, and they will not get a shot off. Sam Linshorst got the rebound, but unable to find a shot, unaware of the time. The Cardinals will go into the second quarter leading 28-13. We will be right back, taking a quick break here on SportsLink Digital Radio. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Hey Cardinal fans, this is Connor Onion, play-by-play broadcaster with Fox Sports, and I'm a proud SportsLink alum. You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. Chirp, chirp.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena, where the band is playing the Ball State fight song. And Worthen Arena is on their feet. The Cardinals looked very, very dominant in that first quarter, leading 28-13. I'm LJ Shrieve. To my left, Zander Woods. Zander, what did you see from the Cardinals, and how did they have so much success?
Well, quite simply, they had so much success because they were able to force that action towards them. Shooting 50% from three, already 11 of 20 from the field, and getting points off of turnovers. That really is the big separator. They scored 12 points off of turnovers. The Noors committing 7 of them in the first quarter, and it seems like they're handing over of the basketball woes to the other team seems to continue from their first 2 games. And that's really been the separator for them. They don't score those turnovers, those points off of turnovers. You're looking at a 12-point difference in offensive possessions right there for the Cardinals. And they're just simply getting out and running, and everybody's doing it. And it's by committee as well. The guards are getting out there and pressing. The bigs are getting out there on the perimeter, moving their feet, staying active across the glass. That's really been the separator between these two teams.
Zuri Ransom called for an early offensive foul for the Ball State Cardinals to get the second quarter started. Good start for the Noors. Maddie Moody will inbound, gets it into Rushton. Rushton will be picked up full court by Carson Norman, turning her left and right. She will cross the timeline. Now at the top of the key, looks for a dump down to Moody, can't find it. Moody now has it at the top of the key. Some off-ball movement by the Noors. Moody stuck at the top of the key, now gives it back. Rushton will work off a Moody screen, picked up by Tagai. She will dribble back and forth, right and left. Now will kick with the ball. Morgan, she drives in, kicks Rushton. Late shot clock three-pointer is strong, rebounded, and into the hands of Carson Norman, leading 28-13 with 9 minutes and some change to go. Norman will have it at the top of the key. Will look in the corner for Tagai, finds her. Tagai down low to Tessa Towers. Towers kicks. Ransom has it. She drives in. Picked out by Meredith, but it will go off the hands of Towers, and the Noors will catch a break and get a defensive stop.
You know, if I'm Zuri Ransom right there, that was a really good pass by Tessa Towers out of the post. If I'm her, once you get past your defender, boom, that ball needs to be back in her hands. She already reestablished herself on the low block for a better post-up position. You need to hit her. I know they list her at 6'5", LJ. If you ask me, I'm a 6'5". I've stood next to her. She looks like a legit 6'7", okay? You get her down there in the post, and she's quite a bit of a load to deal with. I know she could post me up and get in my chest, and I think I'm a pretty big guy myself. So you got to be able to make sure you're getting her that basketball.
Yeah, Tessa Towers looked very confident in their last outing at IU Indy with a double-double. Very, very strong. She's averaging now 12 points along with 6.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists for the big, and only 1 turnover. Pretty strong, but the Cardinals will continue to pick up full court. They get it in. Over to Morgan. She will cross the timeline and now into the hands of Moody. Moody has it, left block. Will have to kick it out. She loses it, and that'll be 3 seconds in the paint. Just a mental mistake there from Maddie Moody.
And that's that underclassman inexperience showing right there for Moody. Dribbling with your head down, not paying attention to the action coming across the perimeter. You got to be able to get that ball out.
Carson Norman quick downhill with the right hand, gets her scoop layup to go and extends the Cardinal lead 30-13 with 8.5 to go in the second. Once again, picked up full court, and the Cardinals force another turnover for the Noors. That one just thrown away. Morgan looked like she was ready to step through the pressure, but too much in her face, and that one's going to skyrocket out of bounds towards the coaches standing along the scores box. Norman to inbound for the Cardinals. She will find Ransom. Ransom now to Tagayi. Tagayi will reverse it. And now it's Norman on the left wing. They lead 30-13. Towers has it at the top of the key. Kicks Norman in the corner. She's going to fire up a 3, late shot clock. That one does not go. Hauled in by Anna Hamilton. She will have it. Checking into the game for the first time. She works off a screen to her right. Will kick. Now Wolterman has it. She takes a couple too many steps as she was ready to drive into the paint. Saw an open lane, but got a little too excited. Moved the feet before the ball was put on the ground. And that results in yet another Norris turnover. Norman has it working off a Towers screen. Will kick. Tagayi has it. Now at the top of the key. She will reverse it. Towers at the top of the key now. Working around the perimeter. Norman has it. She's going to blow by her defender for the second time in a row. 4 straight for the Butler transfer. Carson Norman, 32-13.
LJ, how fast is she? It seems like she is running everywhere as another Northern Kentucky turnover occurs. But it looks like, it looks like Norman is just a bullet out there on that court. Able to bring Tessa Towers, and also a very smart basketball player as well, brings Tessa Towers over for the fake screen and just zips right past the Norris defense.
Norman has it on the left wing. Will swing it to the opposite. Kingery now down low to Towers. Towers gets rid of it. Kicks to Ransom. Ransom gives it back to Towers. Her mid-range jump shot bounces around all parts of the rim, but does not fall. Now into the hands. Hamilton has it. Kicks now at the top of the key is Thomas. Thomas goes in with her left hand. Does not get that to go. Norman now has it. Dribbling right, now left. Crosses over. Mid-range. Kicks it to Guy. He has it in the corner. Kingery will reset the offense at the top of the key. Finding a cutting to Guy, and she gets it to go. Anise up to 4 points and an opportunity to make that 5 with an and one.
You know, we're going to be mentioning Tagayi's name a lot tonight. She's been so active and does all the things without the basketball that you just absolutely adore as a basketball spectator. And I know Coach Sally really loves what he's seeing out of his young prospect.
34-13. Worthen Arena goes silent for Tagayi's free throw. It goes off the back rim, bounces around, and into the hands of the Norse. They quickly are pushing in transition. Meredith has it, kicks in the corner. Hamilton now drives baseline. Reverses at the top of the key. Now with the ball is Rushton. She's going to swing over to Jordan, who has it in the corner. Ashlyn Brooke gets a steal, throws it behind her back to keep it alive. Here come the Cardinals. Norman has it. Tagayi now on the left wing. Oddly enough, slows things down. Looks like she just froze and turned it over. The Cardinals with one of their first turnovers of the game. And the Norse catch a break. Jordan has it on the right wing. Turns towards the basket, goes up with it with the right hand. Can't get that one to go. And now into the hands of Alba Cabrera. Norman has it, right wing. Kicks. Ashlyn Brooke wide open in the corner. That's going to result in the three-pointer. 37-13 with just under 6 minutes to play in the second. The Cardinals continue to bring their pressure. Ashlyn Brooke picks up the dead ball now into the hands of Rushton. Rushton's mid-range jump shot cannot go. Another offensive rebound and second chance opportunity for the Norse. They have to reset with Rushton at the top of the key. Working off a Jordan screen to her right. She crosses over, drives in, stops. Turnaround jump shot does not go. Rushton still has not hit a two-point field goal this season.
Yeah, it's been a rough outing for Rushton. And my thing is, right there, why are you picking up your dribble? Keep going. And if you get contact, okay, get to the free throw line. No reason to pull that shot out and settle for a fadeaway jump shot with two defenders on you.
Rushton has it. The Norse got a stop on their last defensive possession. But then they hand it right back to the Cardinals. Anise Tagayi has it. Finds a cutting Grace Kingery. She has it. Kicks it back. Tagayi, her three-pointer, does not go. Kingery rebound. Now Ashlyn Brooke, a deep three. She's feeling it and gets it to go. Ashlyn Brooke from downtown.
Oh, LJ, she's feeling it tonight. She is absolutely feeling it tonight. Has not had much action gone her way this season, but tonight has been a different story for Ashlyn Brooke.
On the other end, a three-pointer from Maya Meredith does not go. Hard fought rebound into the hands of Norman. She's not picked up. She drives in. Float game is good from Carson Norman. And the Cardinals are playing phenomenal. 42-13 with 4:14 left in the second. They had been played close game 1 at Arkansas State, game 2 at IU Indy. They return home from the first time since being MAC champions last year with a lot of new faces. New faces picking up right where last year's team left off.
You know, LJ, we probably got to get rid of some eggs because the nest is on fire tonight. All right, the nest is absolutely on fire, and it is all because of what the Cardinals are cooking, and they have their foot on the gas, and they're really not seeming to let up anytime soon. This is a beautiful basketball game to watch, especially from a guard standpoint. You know, not even just the guard standpoint. Everybody is just moving without the basketball. This team looks a little bit more athletic than last year's team. And don't get me wrong, that was an amazing MAC team. They won an incredible run. And obviously, Northern Kentucky, and not to speak down on their program, has not had a lot of success. But one thing that I can honestly say with this new Ball State team under this new regime, they look like better athletes. I can't necessarily speak to the skill. I think it's too small of a sample size to absolutely say just for certain. But they know how to get out and run, and they can really jump. And one thing that I've also noticed is that the decision-making from all 5 players on the court at once seems to be a little bit more heightened and seems to be a little bit more in tune on court.
It's been all Cardinals so far through a quarter and a half. 42 put up, and there's still 4 minutes left in the second period. It's been a lot of offense, but coming off the offense, it's been all the steals. The Cardinals have 8 steals already. That press has done wonders for them. Not only 8 steals, they have 3 blocks, 10 assists so far from the Cardinals. And this is all really without Bree Salabine. Bree with a quick 2 fouls early in this one. She has not seen the court a whole lot. And the Cardinals have gone deep on the bench. They look to go deeper right before that timeout was called. Brooke Winchester, the freshman out of Warsaw, Indiana, the Indiana native, getting an opportunity to get her first minutes of the season as long as that stands. She was coming into the scores table to check in, so we'll see if she comes out of the huddle on the court, but that could be something to watch for as well. Well, let's talk about it. The guard play for the Cardinals has looked phenomenal. Carson Norman doing it all. 9 points. She has 5 rebounds and then 4 assists. Been all over the place. Then you look, Ashlyn Brooke from downtown, a corner 3, a deep right wing 3. She's looked good, and when she's shooting the ball confidently, it's going to be really tough to stop. And then on top of that, Anise Tagayi, who has been a huge piece for that press break. She's super lengthy, standing at 6 foot, super athletic. Very successful guard play from the Cardinals this far into this one.
You know what's crazy, LJ? I really don't think Tagayi understands how good she can be. And when I watch her play, and this is no disrespect, it seems like she's a little awkward and indecisive. And yet she's so good and so impactful to the point where you can't take her off the floor. It's almost like a less, almost offensively skilled-wise version of an Asar Thompson. She can do so much because she's so athletic and so gifted as far as an athlete that it can translate to become a very good and very productive basketball player.
Abby Wolterman gets things going out of the timeout for the Nors. Brooke has it, dumping down low to Caballero. Up and under and one. Alba Caballero gets that one to go. Good footwork from the Spain. Alba, one of the overseas players for the Ball State Cardinals, has played for the the Spanish national team, competed in the multi-national championship where she won a gold medal and also a silver medal on the European Young Olympics with Spain. Very impressive what she's already done in her young career as a freshman at Ball State, getting some minutes in this one.
Yeah, no, Alba is a go-to wing / big hybrid player. And with a lot of these players for Ball State, especially with Coach Sally, it seems like he has an eye for international play, right? And it really fits his style well, where you're able to move the basketball around. Players with high IQs just know how to play the game the right way and have a really good feel for moving without the basketball too.
Fought for loose balls. Goes in the Cardinals' way. Gigi gets it in the corner, and that results in a 3. Just under 3 minutes to play, 48-15, the Cardinals lead. Brooke Winchester gets a steal for the Cardinals. Ashlyn Brooke has it, she turns it over. Maya Meredith will get a layup with that one. Gigi now has it for the Cardinals. They will not slow things down, crossing the timeline, heavily picked up there by Beastry. She works off a screen to her right, kicks over. Winchester, she's going to fire up her first shot, and it goes. Brooke Winchester, welcome to Muncie, Indiana. Don't wait around too much because the Nors are quickly moving in transition. Trying to get a layup attempt. There was Beastry. She can't get it to go. And a jump ball will go in favor of the Cardinals after the first jump ball went to the Nors. Brooke Winchester gets on the board. Her first ever shot as a Division I athlete. Knocks down from the left wing.
Coach Sally getting deep in his bench rotation tonight. As we see number 20, Karina Bistry, commit a foul.
Beastry back-to-back fouls. She will now jog over to the bench. Kylie Hunt checks in for her. They will continue to pick up full court. Gigi has it in her right hand. Now bounces off. Finds Grace Kingery. She's going to have a mid-range shot. Does not get it to go into the hands of Morgan. Morgan quickly pushing over to Rushton. Rushton has it, looks down low to Jordan on the right block. She has a mismatch. Finds Ashlyn Brooke on her. Jordan spinning around, but good enough defense from the Cardinals to get a stop. Here comes the Cardinals. Working left to right. They lead 51-17. Brooke has it on the right wing, dumps it down low to Alba. Alba finds a cutting Gigi, can't get that to go. Tipped out of bounds on Northern Kentucky, and the Cardinals will save that possession with 17 seconds left on the shot clock. They will inbound underneath their basket. Gigi to inbound. Will dump. Winchester has it. She takes the dribble, picks it right up. Will throw it out to Grace Kingery at the top of the key. Alba has it right wing. She's going to take a few dribbles. No look pass to Winchester in the corner. Winchester has to get rid of it. Finally takes the dribble, but the shot clock goes off. Just the awareness not there from the freshman. First couple minutes of her young career. Thankfully, for her sake, this game, the Cardinals have a big enough lead to where that possession is not going to kill them.
Yeah, but LJ, remember, you can't get too comfortable resting on your laurels. We've seen teams make big comebacks against the Cardinals late when they stop putting their foot on the gas. And honestly, you could tell that they're playing with their hair on fire tonight, as they have not seemed to let up, even when you've gone deep into your bench.
Jordan has it now. Kicks into the corner. That's Hunt. Her three-point attempt goes through the bottom of the net. 20-51 with under a minute to play now. 25 on the shot clock. Gigi has it, kicks it. Alba, she's going in to fire up a three. It's left a bit short and into the hands of Morgan. Moving right to left, she crosses the timeline. Working off a Jordan screen, she's going to kick. Rushton, three-pointer. That one rattles around and in. 6 straight for the Nors. 23-51. Shot clock turned off. Under 20 seconds to go. Gigi will have it at the top of the key. Head coach Brady Sally will call a play and let their offense get into the swing of things. Gigi working off an Alba screen to her left. She has it top of the key. Finds Grace Kingery, wide open three. Sailed it way left. Very uncharacteristic from Kingery. I would assume she didn't expect to be that wide open.
Yeah, very much uncharacteristic, LJ. I could tell that was there, and I think you and I could both tell once that left her hands.
One last hope for Rushton. She's going to fire one off the back of the rim. Doesn't get it to go. 23-51 is the score as we head in to the locker rooms. The Ball State Cardinals have dominated on all sides of things. Defense, offense, they've forced a bunch of turnovers and benefited from it. We will send it to a quick break, but be right back with more Ball State basketball here on SportsLink Digital Radio.
You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. This is Hadassah Harris with CBS's WLFI 18, a proud SportsLink alum. Chirp, chirp.
You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. This is Jared Matheny with Summit City Sports at Indiana Tech Athletics, a proud SportsLink alum. Go Cards!
You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. This is Nick Yeoman from NASCAR's Performance Racing Network and IndyCar Radio, and a proud SportsLink alum from 2010. Go Cards!
You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital, the best student radio channel in the country. This is Jack Kaiser. I broadcast for Big Ten Network, and I'm a proud SportsLink alum. Chirp, chirp.
Hey Cardinal fans, this is Connor Onion, play-by-play broadcaster with Fox Sports, and I'm a proud SportsLink alum. You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. Chirp, chirp.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to like our conditioning, like our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital. You're listening to Ball State Basketball, streaming live with SportsLink Digital.
Now back to the arena.
You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena, where the Cardinals lead 51-23 at the half. I'm LJ Shrieve. To my left, Zander Woods. Zander, the Cardinals have dominated for the first time this season. They came out and looked like the better team for all 20 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, what we're seeing right now, LJ, is simply just been a bloodbath, honestly. And to a point that we made earlier about the Cardinals, especially in late game situations, they have not particularly had their foot on their gas. They have not been tuned in all the way to what's going on in the game. And I think that message seemingly permeated throughout the locker room, right? And they came out tonight with something to prove, that we're really going to put these guys away today. And you can see it on full display with a 51-23 lead, shooting 56% from the field, 50% from three. And when the bench comes in, it's seemingly no drop-off at all. Georgia Giorgini, Ashlyn Brooke, Brianna Winchester. So much great depth and so much great play. Brooke Winchester from off the bench and tapping in with their young players as well. And I think that's really been the tale of the tape, where you can have a team from all facets of the basketball game seemingly come together and play a beautiful half of basketball. And you're up big, and it shows.
Everyone except Zuri Ransom for the Cardinals, who have played at least a minute on the floor, has scored. Zuri has not taken a shot yet. She's got 2 assists, along with a personal foul and 2 turnovers to go with it. And so, her being the only one, you said it. This team is deep, and they have shown that tonight. Now, if you look on the other side, Northern Kentucky, flustered by the pressure that has been brought their way. Full court press from the Cardinals is not easy to handle.
Oh, no, absolutely. And definitely that pressure has not been easy to handle. Shoot, LJ, I've even felt a little bit of pressure. I have to unbuckle my collar coming out of the break. But no, in all seriousness, if we're just looking at from Northern Kentucky, they've already had 14 turnovers, obviously on pace to have 28. And that's really just been their tail of the tape. In a game where the first half, where they've already had 14 turnovers, that's almost matched their last two games, two-game totals, right? And so you're also looking at the points off of turnovers. They've scored 19 points off of turnovers for the Cardinals, and that's really just been off that full court pressure and that pressure also in the half court. It also doesn't help when you're having your guards turn the ball over 3 times a pair. And it's really just been rough sledding for Taysha Rustin, who only caught her first points in the second quarter, and she's been up until that point. And when she scored her first shot, she was only 1 of 9 from the field. And so good to see that she got that monkey off her back where she finally was able to get into the scorer's column. But still, she has been hounded, and though she doesn't have any turnovers on the stat sheet, her indecisiveness with the basketball has led to turnovers and led to more turmoil and led to more disruption and a lack of continuity within that offense as they cannot seem to get into their sets. And to be somebody with the basketball in your hands for the majority of the time, you have to be that leader. She's a grad transfer. So this team, especially a young team at that is looking for guidance and looking for leadership, from an older player who has experience at this level for this amount of years, you got to step up your play. You're picking up the basketball in driving lanes. You're not able to see cutters. There really hasn't been any type of facilitation going on with your teammates. And yes, it's only you, and obviously she's not the most vertically gifted athlete, but at the same time, your experience, especially in away games like this and especially in environments like this, needs to really step up and raise in level of play, especially when you're the player and you're the leader that they're looking for you to be.
Yeah, you mentioned it. She definitely has the talent ability. Last season at UTPB, she averaged 16.8 points along with 3.7 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 1.7 steals. And she was Newcomer of the Year honors. And also, to really dive deep, she scored a season-high 38 points last season in a win over Texas A&M Kingsville on December 7th. So she has the capability to go out there and get buckets. She's just been unable to do so tonight. And that comes from the Cardinals' defense being all in their face.
Absolutely.
Maddie Moody, the big that they love to go to, the freshman, leads the team with 5 points at the half, 2 for 3 from the fields, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. So it's not like she's played terrible. She just hasn't gotten the looks that they want to find her.
And you know what? That action can't be forced to her by her own play inherently, right? That again, and when we talked about this in the pregame show, LJ, Maya Meredith and Tasha Rustin, they need to play better. And from a guard perspective, where we have one guard almost unplayable for the first half because, honestly, the pressure was just becoming too aggressive for them to handle. And then when we look at from another perspective, you're going 2 for 5 on Maya Meredith, and you have 2 turnovers, you have no assists. You know that can't happen. These guards are 5th-year players. We're looking, especially if I'm either a newcomer to this team as a transfer, she's been here, or if I'm a young player, you're looking for them to actually control the offense. But when you just have too many great athletes all up in your face, you're not able to see the court and space it effectively. This is going to be the results right here. And so if I'm Jeff Hands, I have to come out of halftime with a plan to not only keep that press of Ball State at bay, but also just how to get my players and my scorers involved on offense and put them in the best positions to actually score efficiently, right? We kind of saw that coming out, right? When you saw a change at guard position, when you had Kamara Morgan take the start for tonight, a very talented, very tall scorer who leads this team in scoring for the season, but she hasn't necessarily been effective. She hasn't really been incorporated in the offense, and you put her in a position that she hasn't necessarily been in as that main one, that point guard. And so if I'm Jeff Hands, I'm trying to find her some cutting action, some maybe even post touches, just to get her accustomed to seeing the basketball go through the net, or maybe some positions where she's playing a little bit of two-man game, right, with Maddie Moody, so they can both get a little bit of acclimated on the offense and try to get aggressive. You know, one thing that a basketball player, especially one that's a scorer, in order to get back in the rhythm of the offense, they need to be able to see that ball go through the net. And the best way is a way that's free. And what I mean by that is getting to the free throw line, getting some practice where it's no pressure on you, just to see that ball go through the net with your stroke, and that can really help with your rhythm. So if I'm Northern Kentucky, I'm trying to get my scorers involved, put them in the right positions to actually get post touches and get cutting actions, and then be more aggressive once you get past half court and get to the free throw line.
It'll be interesting to see how both teams come out in the second half. 1:30 until we resume. We will send you to a quick break and be right back. You are listening to basketball on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. This is Hadassah Harris with CBS's WLFI 18, a proud SportsLink alum. Chirp, chirp.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle. You're listening to Ball State Basketball, streaming live with SportsLink Digital.
Now back to the arena.
Welcome back after that quick break. Both teams getting ready to come back out onto the floor. If you're just now joining us, the Cardinals 51, the Noors 23. Northern Kentucky trailing, but had 6 straight points right before the half. So some sort of momentum that they hope to build off of. I'm LJ Shrieve. To my left, Zander Woods. The time ticking down and expiring. Both teams are now back onto the hardwood. The Noors will now move left to right, and it'll be Maddie Moody inbounding. And we have got things started. Rushton has it on the right wing. Swings over now with the ball is Meredith. Meredith dumps it over. Wolterman back to Rushton. Working around the perimeter with 15 to go on the shot clock. Meredith's going to drive in on Kingery, get a left-hand layup, scooped in off the glass, and it falls 25-51.
And that's what we wanted to see. LJ getting Meredith taking over this game by getting in the paint too.
Norman finds a cutting to Guy. He doesn't get it to go. Putback rebound from Bree Salabine. Salabine, one of the top players, top transfers in the class. Not a whole lot of minutes in the first half due to foul trouble, but now back in here in the third. Gets things started early for the Cardinals. 53-25 with 9 and some change to go. Meredith fires up a 3, and she's feeling good. 5 straight for Maya Meredith. Norman will have it for the Cardinals, moving right to left in white with red trim. Working now is Tagayi off a screen from Salabine. Salabine gets it back off the pop, hits a 3, and she's got 5 straight. Trading buckets, Bree Salabine and Maya Meredith here in the third. Pressure continued to be brought by the Cardinals, results in yet another turnover. Kingery has it on the right wing, finds a cutting Salabine. That's 7 straight for the Gonzaga transfer. They continue to keep the pressure. Norman and Salabine add some pressure, but they break it. Morgan has it. swings over. Meredith continuing to feel hot. She's going to dump it over to Moody. Moody swings it over. Rushton's three-pointer off the front rim, does not go. Fought for a loose ball, foul on Rushton as her and Tagai get tangled up at half court. 58-28 with 8 and some change to go in the third. It'll be Ball State's ball.
Well, whatever remarks we said about Bree Salenbine not really getting into the game and having much of an impact, I think she really took that to heart. Glad to see that she certainly has not been shy with the basketball, rattling off 7 straight to start the half.
Norman off a Towers screen, doesn't get her mid-range jump shot to fall. Fought for a loose ball, will go off the knee of Moody, and the Ball State Cardinals will retain possession with 20 seconds left in the shot clock. They lead by 30 with just under 8 minutes to play.
It looks like the refs are gonna look at that, and I agree. I didn't say anything, but it looked like Tessa Towers touched that basketball last after the ball ricocheted off of Walterman's knee.
The officials now taking a look along the scores table. The fans in Worthen Arena unable to see. They do not show on the big screen for the reason of they don't want any booing at the officials. They want to maintain the utmost respect for the officials. It's very impressive in what they do, and they should be honored and respected at all times. Instead, they throw up a little game to follow along. The Cardinal logo will get placed in a ball and zipped around campus, and Worthen faithful will have to figure out which one it's in, ball number 1, 2, or 3, as it now zips around the bell tower. But for us up here, Zander Woods, LJ Shrieve have taken you so far through the first half, now early into the second. It's been very back and forth here in the second half. This third quarter's been a fun one for both teams.
Well, absolutely. It's been definitely back and forth. Now, before we get to the game, LJ, I want to know, what ball do you think it's in?
Not going to lie, Zander, I have not been paying any attention.
Oh, man, you're no fun.
I know. After I saw it zip around the bell tower, I looked down at the stat sheet. Looks like we've stalled long enough for the officials to break, and it'll be Northern Kentucky's basketball, I believe.
I believe so.
And now there's been a timeout additionally called on top of that.
So now, for me, I don't know who has the basketball, and I never got to figure out what ball on the entertainment side was that Cardinal logo.
I looked up. It was number 1.
It was
ball number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
And see, that's why we have AJ as the play-by-play guy. He picks up when I'm not paying attention. He's very good at that.
Well, thank you, Zander. I appreciate the compliments. If you want to talk about what's been going good here in Worthen, it's not me, though. It is the Ball State Cardinal offense and the defensive pressure they have brought, something that we did not necessarily see in game number 1 nor game number 2. The pressure that they brought tonight is at a whole different level, and something that they need. They need this sort of momentum and confidence going into the schedule ahead. They are on the road at Memphis here coming up this weekend, and then after that, this next week at home against Cincinnati, which that game is produced by the students in Sports Link here on the campus of Ball State. That one will be produced by Daniel Sullivan. Some phenomenal talent on the call. Sam Niger, AJ Switek for that one. So if you're not here in Worthen Arena, make sure you follow along on ESPN Plus. The SportsLink crew will be doing the production for that one. That's an exciting game here in Worthen Arena. Cincinnati Power 5 team comes in at a very solid team, that is. Cardinals traditionally schedule some tough teams before it gets to MAC play. Memphis, we've talked about Cincinnati, and then if you look into the distant future, they have Louisville, a team that Northern Kentucky just got beat by recently, 89-61. Louisville, a top 25 team in the country. So that'll be one to look forward to if you're a part of the Cardinal faithful. The Cardinals continue to pick up the pressure, and boy, it's brought. Meredith quickly moving down the court after a very fortunate pass from Rushton gets into her hand. She drives and earns a trip at the line. Zuri Ransom will check in for Grace Kingery. And a very bright spot here in this second half, third quarter, Maya Meredith. She's got 5 points in the quarter. Looking to add to that at the free throw line. She knocks down her first, cuts it to a 29-point lead with 7:48 to go in the third.
You know, to quote my guy, Colin, Chris Collinsworth, that pass to break that press was a little Mahomey, you know, falling down and able to find the hands of Maya Meredith, and she's doing what we talked about at the break. LJ is bringing the paint action to the Cardinals.
Speaking of paint action right there, Maddie Moody gets it on the left block.
Who else?
Off the missed free throw from Maya Meredith, 31-58. Norman now has it at the top of the key, dribbles right, now left, swings it over, left wing, Anise Tagayi looking down low for Towers. She's gonna lose it, fought for a loose ball. Will stay with the Cardinals.
And right there, Tessa Towers, you got to be quick with those paint touches. You're already a very large target, especially when you're trying to be guarded. And so when you bring that ball down, best believe the guards are going to reach for it and poke their hands in where you don't want. Keep that ball up high. You already have the height advantage.
Bree Salabine gets it off the inbound, drives to her right, and she will be earned with a trip to the free throw line. Fouled by the young Maddie Moody, the freshman. Frustrated with that one. She felt like Bree Salabine had enforced a lot of contact herself. Moody felt like she had just matched it, not crossed that line, but nevertheless, the officials saw it differently, and it results in a Salabine free throw trip. She knocks down the first. And now the second. She's up to 10 points. She gets a steal off the inbound, throws it up, and yet another opportunity. Bree Salabine. What a third quarter. We're not even 3 minutes in.
And just like that, she's already now Ball State's leading scorer for the evening, excuse me. And LJ, that's just her being aggressive, using her length and her skill. And she won't be denied at the rim when she makes that decision that she's going to go in attack mode.
Salabine remains perfect at the free throw line. The Cardinals continue their pressure. Scrappy, loose ball is picked up by the Norse. Now in the hands of Moody on the other end. She's going to slow things down for the offense and kick it out. Meredith has it. She calls for a screen from Wolderman. She gets it, finds the cutting Wolderman. Step through is good on the left block. 33-62, 6:45 to go in the third. Norman will have it for the Cardinals, moving right to left. She kicks it to Salabine, now over to Ransom. Ransom fires up a three. That one off the back of the rim does not go. Out of bounds, off the Norse, and the Cardinals will get another look at it with 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
Tessa Towers got away with a over the back right there, having her arms around the neck of Sam Lindhurst. Good thing the refs didn't call it.
Into Tagayi. She gets it stripped from her for Meredith. Meredith now kicks over. Rushton, her three-pointer. Back rim does not fall. Fought for a loose ball. Will go in favor of the Cardinals. It'll be a foul on the Norse. Looked like that one was in.
Yeah. Foul on the Norse. Not really sure how the ref could have called that when nobody had possession. But it's going to be Ball State basketball either way.
Yeah, I think it was just a little too aggressive there for the loose ball. But nevertheless, another turnover from Agayi will result in another opportunity for the Norse. They have it. They will slow things down. Rushton has it.
And again, LJ, that's the little bit of that awkwardness that we were talking about at the break with Agayi. Very talented basketball player, very talented athlete. But the next part of her development over this season and even the offseason going to the next will have to be on her development and her feel for the game. It looks like she's almost running under her feet, and she's not necessarily thinking decisively as a basketball player as much as she is an athlete.
Rushton has it top of the key. Now Meredith kicks over. Moody has it in the corner, hands it right back off to Meredith. Three-pointer in the corner, does not go. Rebound by Towers. And the Cardinals will have an opportunity to shoot some free throws. Tessa Towers will head to the line off a foul on the rebound. 62-33 with 5:42 to go in the third.
And that wasn't really the smartest of fouls by Wolterman right there. You see Towers already has possession, and now you send a Ball State team that was just out of rhythm. Not saying you made a comeback or a run, but it certainly doesn't help your chances when you're already within the bonus with 5 minutes left to go and you're sending them to the free throw line.
Towers' first free throw does not go. Hard off the back rim. Her second, as Worthen goes silent, is the opposite. It's short off the front rim and rebounded by Meredith. Quickly pushing in transition. Now into the hands of Rushton. She stops on the right block. Kicks. Meredith will reset the offense. Working around the perimeter are the Nors. Back into the hands of Meredith on the left wing. She works off a Jordan screen. Kicks. Finds Jordan on the pop. She will have it. Looks for a cutting Maddie Moody. Loose ball foul on Carson Norman. Will go against the Cardinals. That's the third team foul for the Cardinals this quarter. Both these teams have been a lot more handsy here in the second half than they were in the first.
Definitely. You're starting to see a pickup in play and physicality, especially from the Nors, being down by almost 30, really trying to find a way to dig themselves out of this hole one play at a time.
Rushton turns it over now into the hands of Tagai. Her fast break layup goes a little bit too strong and rebounded by Rushton. Quickly pushing it to her right, now to her left. She has it and will reset on the left wing. 62-33 with just under 5 minutes to play in the third. Meredith has it, crosses over. Her mid-range goes again. Maya Meredith shooting it with some confidence here in the third and has been a bright spot for the Nors.
I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Meredith this quarter. Not afraid to shoot the basketball, not letting her shooting woes the first half really affect her.
Towers rebound. She puts it up and in. Tessa Towers keeps things alive and has an opportunity to convert on the three-point play.
And right there, I'm so happy with Tessa Towers on that possession, because how many times this game have we seen her grab a rebound and kick it back out to the perimeter? No. You're 6'5", 6'6", and you're very strong and very athletic. All you have to do is turn that shoulder, and I promise you, you're going to send those other girls flying, because they simply cannot get to the basketball based off of your width. Just go up with it. And as you see right there, Tessa Towers in position to get a three-point play.
They send it to a media timeout with 4 minutes and 28 seconds left on the clock. Zander, let's talk about it. Maya Meredith has looked so good in this third quarter. The fifth-year senior was one of their top scorers last season, averaging 11 points a game along with 6 rebounds, has a very fast, quick step, and loves to get to that mid-range game that she has found here in the third quarter. What have the Cardinals not been doing defensively against her in the third that they were doing in the first half?
Well, I really think it really starts with their switching, right, LJ? They've been going under screens, and then a little bit of miscommunication off that free throw line extended area, and they're sagging off of her, really daring her to shoot the basketball. And Maya Meredith can shoot the ball, but obviously when you're down by 30 points, right, somebody has to beat you, and they're really looking to get out in transition and really push the offense again, and not necessarily look at or stay disciplined in the half-court defensive setting as they've been used to the whole game, just pressuring them, getting the ball out, and when they miss a shot, they're getting out in transition. Now we're starting to see Northern Kentucky make a couple shots, challenge them on all three levels. They've knocked down a couple threes. They've made a couple mid-range shots. and that's probably what's been going on as far as their lacks of defensive attention. If I'm Ball State right now, you got to say, listen, more or less, are you going to win this basketball game? Sure, but still, it's about good habits. It's about developing good practices for as you go into MAC play, and especially when you go play Memphis next week. I might add, you want to be able to close out games better, and you want to pay attention to details. The little things do matter, and that's why we've really seen Northern Kentucky have so much success from shooting, especially from Maya Meredith, who's now 3 for 3 from the field in this quarter.
She has looked very, very good for the Norse, and they have needed it. Zander, if you talk about winning a quarter, this quarter, the third, has been very competitive, back and forth for both of these teams. We just talked about it. Maya Meredith has been a strong point, but then also we mentioned her name a lot before the game started. She was in foul trouble in the first half. Bree Salabine making sure that those stats don't take a drop after not playing a whole lot in the first half. She has now looked very, very good for the Cardinals. Salabine up to 13 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Very impressive, along with 3 rebounds. You mentioned it earlier, coming off being MAC Player of the Week. Bree Salabine, the Gonzaga transfer, has looked very, very good. We are now back in action. Tessa Towers trying to convert on the and one, unable to do so. 0 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Towers has not been able to hit it from the stripe, but the Cardinals lead 64-35 with 4:20 to go in the third. Tough defense from Norman results in a pass over to Meredith. Meredith drives in and one. Oh my goodness, Maya Meredith on the left block. Looked like she was off balance, but it did not matter. Throws it up with the left hand and a soft touch off the glass. Very, very impressive and a nice finish. The fifth-year senior getting it done in the third quarter.
LJ, she's on a heater right now, and she will not let her team be denied, and that's what you want to see. You're down by 27 points, but that doesn't matter. You still got to finish this game, and you still got to play with the heart of a champion, and that's how you develop good habits, and that's how you set a precedent to the players on the bench that are watching and to your younger teammates as well. We don't care that we're down by 30. You got to still play, right? And it's good to see, for at least if I'm Coach Hands, it's a refreshing, fresh sense of air to see a player giving that effort like she has this quarter.
Converts on the and one. She is perfect from the field, 4 for 4 and 11 points. Now on the other end, Carson Norman, a step back 3 on the left wing. That one falls. The Cardinals now lead 67-38, and they keep the pressure up. Another turnover for the Cardinals results, and the ball in Bree Salabine's hands. Now Norman has it. They will reset the offense at the Cardinal logo. They work off a Tessa Towers screen. Salabine has it at the top of the key. She rips through to her right. Foul on the floor. That one will go against Maya Meredith, but she shows her frustration, saying that it looked like Salabine wrapped around. Excuse me, that foul will not go against Maya Meredith. She was just asking for an offensive foul. That one goes against Mia Jordan, away from the ball on Tessa Towers. Towers 0 for 3 from the field, from the free throw line, excuse me. She will have 2 opportunities to improve that. Her first one rattles all around the rim and misses. Takes a deep breath and looks to knock down the second.
She's played so well tonight, and she's really improved so much this offseason. One thing you can honestly say, though, as excuse me, as Bree Salabine just rips the ball away right there. But the one thing you would like to see Tessa Towers really improve on is that touch from the free throw line. And I know she's worked so much on her game this offseason, but that will probably be the biggest thing that the Cardinals are going to need for her to improve on as if they want to get back to that MAC championship level that they were a year ago.
Towers checks out, back into the game, Alba Cabrero. Cardinals continue to pick up full court, and they get yet another turnover.
That turnover right there committed by Kylie Hunt, the redshirt junior.
That's 19 turnovers for Northern Kentucky, and still counting. 67-38 remains the score with 3:13 left in the third. Salenbein has it on the right block. She turns to face the basket, now backs to the basket. Goes up and over. Maya Meredith gets another bucket. Bree Salenbein continues to stay hot. She's up to 15.
If I'm Northern Kentucky, you got to switch that. There should be no excuse why you're having your point guard a 4/5. And if I'm Bree Salenbein, oh, that's easy work all day in the post. That's a mismatch. You know, if I'm Northern Kentucky, I'm not really seeing a sense of urgency from the other players from the defensive end. You got to double. She's already scored up to 13 points, I believe, in this quarter alone. Somebody, you got to send some help.
Gigi back into the game. Out goes Carson Norman. She has it now. Salenbein left three. Couple feet beyond the arc. That one rattles in and out. Away from the ball. Alba commits a foul off the rebound. And now the Nors are in the bonus. They will head to the line to shoot 2 shots. Good box out and good positioning to favor them and try and add to their score of 38.
And though we're seeing Northern Kentucky at the free throw line, about to get 2 shots from Maya Jordan. If you really paid attention to that play closely, you saw Maya Meredith having a pretty animated discussion with Kamara Morgan about who was switching on that 3-point attempt right there by Bree Salenbein. And I absolutely understand that, because both of them, you're switching, but yet both of them are ball watching. And LJ, that was another example of what I was talking about, of a lack of urgency and a lack of on-court awareness of what's happening on the defensive end. You're not really seeing too much communication. You're not calling out screens, and you're not switching.
Salenbein has it, finds a cutting Ransom. Ransom's layup does not go, but she is fouled on her way up and will get an opportunity to shoot more free throws. The Cardinals and the Nors both making sure that they get their trips to the free throw line. Zuri Ransom, the lone Cardinal who is not in the stat sheet on the score side of things. First free throw rattles off the back of the rim and does not go. The Cardinals not shooting it very well from the free throw line. 54% tonight. The second does go through, so now all Cardinals that have checked in have scored. They are up to 70 points. They lead 70-39 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the third. The Nors will look to inbound. Cardinals continuing to keep the pressure and full court press up. They rip through and get it over to Morgan. Morgan has it. She now dumps it down. Blocked by Cablero, but it will be a foul. Looked like that one goes against Alba as well. Got a little handsy before the shot went up.
A little tug on the shoulder right there as that shot went up.
Beastry will head to the line. Looking to get on the scoreboard, 0 for 6 from the field, missing the first free throw. Karina Beastry been all over the floor for the Nors, playing extremely hard. That's something you can appreciate, being down by 30, 40 to 70, being down by 30. This team plays extremely hard all 40 minutes. And they have played very hard almost all 30. Alba has it on the left block. She's going to float it up with her right hand. Touch does not go. Out of bounds on the Cardinals. And it'll go into the hands of Maddie Moody as she will inbound. Cardinals again continuing to keep up the pressure. They get it in. With the ball is Morgan. She finds a cutting Moody. Moody has it now in her left hand and will hand it over to Hunt. Hunt swings it over. With the ball is Morgan. Now in the hands of Moody. Thinks about a three, does not take it. Drives over, drops it off to Beastry. She's going to drive. Finds a wide open Moody. Her three-pointer does not go. Fought for a rebound into the hands of Morgan. Now swings over. Hunt's going to try a three of her own. That one does not go. Alba gets the rebound and hands it over to Gigi for the Cardinals. Moving right to left. Salenbein has it at the top of the key, kicks it over. Kingery thinks about a shot, doesn't take it. Kicks, Zuri Ransom had a wide open three, doesn't take it, drives in, and a charge is taken right there. Oh my goodness.
And that was a really good play by Alma Rauschenbeck.
Rauschenbeck just stepped in when no one else would. Zuri Ransom had a wide open lane, perfectly timed. And a great take.
Yep, really smart play. Stepping into the paint, standing straight forward, setting her feet and absorbing the contact.
Morgan has it.
Northern Kentucky going the other way.
Morgan has it at the top of the key, now reversed over to Hunt. Hunt has it right wing, finds Beastry. She thinks about a three, doesn't take it, goes all the way in, over to Guy, gets her layup to go. 42 now on the scoreboard for the Norse. They trail 70-42 with under a minute to play. They are picking up full court. Beastry gets a steal and stop, fought for along the baseline, but it'll go out of bounds off the hands of Gigi for the Cardinals. Beastry with a strong layup and then gets a stop defensively. Again, continuing to bring the energy 30 minutes into this one. Hunt has it now on the right wing. Finds Beastry. She's going to fire up a three. Does not get it to go. Fought for a rebound into the hands of Tagai, and that'll be a loose ball foul on Beastry. Looks like they got a little tangled up as that ball bounced off the left side of the rim into the hands of Tagai.
One thing I like about Tagai, when she corrals a rebound, she's not looking to kick it out. She's looking to run, and I think that's another one of her added perks to why Coach Sally loves having her in the game, because with that athleticism, you want to be able to get out there. Next phase of her game will be learning how to find those open cutters and making those decisions quicker. I think sometimes what she likes to do is slow down the pace of the fast break to try to make the right pass, but sometimes you just got to go off your basketball instincts, and that's going to come with time as a freshman. She's going to see the floor a lot better.
Tagai goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. The Norse break the press. They trail 71-42. 20 seconds left in the third, but 15 on the shot clock. Hunt has it on the left wing. She drives in, beats her defender, goes up with it, and a tough layup with the left hand. Gets that one to go. Gigi has it with 8 seconds left, pushing it down the floor into the hands of Ransom. She spins around, loses the ball, kicks it. Gigi has it with little to no time left. And before the clock can expire, we had an illegal screen from the Cardinals. It got a little hectic when the ball was on the floor. 1.6 seconds left. Moody will inbound in front of the Cardinal bench. Gets it into Hunt. Hunt won't even take a shot as she was 3/4 down the court. We end the third quarter with the Cardinals leading 71-44. We will send it to a quick break. For Zander Woods, I've been LJ Shrieve. Don't go anywhere. The fourth quarter of Cardinal basketball will be right back on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle. You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
Well, together, we're all in it together. And I said it in my press conference, you know, it's not just the players, it's not just the coaches, it's the administration, it's the trainers, it's the strength staff, it's the alumni coming back, it's the people in the community supporting our program.
Together to me is just moving as one cohesive unit.
I feel like I could just go back to like our conditioning, like our workouts together.
You're building a lifelong brotherhood with this team.
When I hear that word, it fires me up because I feel like it explains, you know, football in a sense.
New episode of Together is out now.
You're listening to Ball State Basketball, streaming live with SportsLink Digital.
Now back to the arena.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena, where the Cardinals lead 71-44. A big weekend in Ball State sports coming up tomorrow. Ball State and Central Michigan in women's volleyball will be played right here in Worthen Arena. Same goes for Friday. Two big games for the Cardinals as they are the regular season MAC champs. Those games will be produced by our own at SportsLink on ESPN+, so make sure to tune into those volleyball games tomorrow. Then look ahead to Saturday, a big day as well. The Ball State Cardinals undefeated at home, the football team is. They host Eastern Michigan. And then later that night, the men's basketball team will play Little Rock here at home in Worthen Arena. So a big weekend for Ball State University athletics here in Muncie, Indiana. With that being said, we get the fourth quarter started here in Worthen Arena for the women's basketball team. Bree Salabine, who's been hot in the second half, fires off a corner three. That one does not go. And into the hands of Beastry. Now Hunt will have it. She's going to pass fake. Tries a three, and that one goes from the right wing. 71-47 with 9:30 to go in this one.
Kylie Hunt, you know, really getting a lot of action the second half. Not afraid to shoot the ball.
And a layup right there from Carson Norman. They continue to pick up full court. Hunt will have it and break the press herself. She crosses the timeline, moving left to right. The Norse in black jerseys with gold trim. Maddie Moody, the freshman, has it on the wing. Now swings it over to Morgan. Morgan has it. She drives baseline. Does not get her layup to go, but is fouled right there by Alba. A little late on the rotation. Too physical. That'll result in 2 free throws for Morgan, the Horizon League member of the Horizon League all-freshman team last year, 2-time freshman of the week last season in the Horizon League. Coming off a strong freshman season for the Norse, looks to build on that this year in her sophomore campaign. Knocks down the first free throw.
And for the folks back at home, don't let this performance by Morgan kind of distort your view of her as a player. Yeah, she wasn't on one tonight, but trust me, she is a fine young player, and she will be for a long time.
Norman beats the trap for the Cardinals. Salabine now has it in the paint, looks for a cutter. The cutter's going to be Norman. She flips it up. A late whistle goes in the favor of the Cardinals, and Norman will get an opportunity to shoot 2 free throws. 2 early fouls for both squads. 8:44 to go. The Cardinals lead 73-49 after the 2 free throws made by Morgan. Worthen Arena goes silent. Carson Norman responds with a made free throw. We await the second. That one goes from the Butler transfer.
How good has she been tonight, LJ?
Carson
seemingly making every right decision with the basketball defensively. Has been one of the anchors for Ball State, especially leading that press. It's a good sense of veteran leadership and play for this team.
The junior transfer from Butler, where she only averaged 4.2 points. Not like she did a whole lot on the stat sheet for the Bulldogs, but has come in here, played a lot of minutes early in this season, and has looked very, very good as a true point guard for the Ball State Cardinals. On the other end, Maya Meredith continuing to stay hot from the third quarter here into the fourth, drives baseline, gets the layup to go and the foul, converts the three-point play. She's up to 18 points and a game-high total. They trail 52-75 with 8:25 to go. Salenbine has it on the left wing. Guarded closely. Now rotating around the perimeter, gets it back to Salenbine, and her three-pointer goes. She stays hot as well. Continuing to pick up full court, Salenbine reaches down for it. It'll be a jump ball. Go in favor of Northern Kentucky.
Salenbine right there with her second three of the game. 2 for 5, just a beautiful stroke right there. A late rotation on number 30, Maddie Moody. And she's just simply really laying it on thick to the young freshman, saying, I know your time's coming. It's not coming tonight.
Tessa Towers checks back into the game for the Cardinals. One of the few returners from last season's MAC championship squad. Did not see the court a whole lot last year. Knew coming into this season that she would have a bigger role. Has put a lot of work in the offseason. We saw earlier a mid-range pull-up from Tessa Towers. Her fundamentals inside the paint have also looked much, much better this season. An exciting thing for the Cardinal faithful to watch for this season is Tessa Towers with her size at 6'5". Easy to get buckets down low. Career high 20 points in the win against IU-Indy, 12 rebounds to go with it. Continued to bring that into tonight for Towers. She has 10 points, only 4 rebounds, but only 16 minutes played, so hasn't played as much as she did in the IU-Indy game. The officials discussing who that was knocked out of bounds on. It'll go off the Cardinals and in favor of Northern Kentucky. Maddie Moody will inbound, pressured by Bree Salenbine.
And as you mentioned right there, EJ, with the development of Tessa Towers, if she can really be a consistent presence down low, this can do a lot of wonders for this Ball State team that likes to run up and down the court and beat teams with their pace. And then with the addition of Tessa Towers as a presence down low, that can really be a switch in tempo that can be needed whenever they need to slow things down.
Two players clash, those being Anise Tagayi and Kylie Hunt off a screen. Both of them hit the deck. Both seem to be okay. Anise will check out of the game. In comes Zuri Ransom. 7:50 to go in the fourth. The Cardinals lead 78-52.
Zuri Ransom, she checks into the game. One of the more talented sophomore guards. As she comes in her second year as one of the returners of that MAC championship team. Her alongside with Grace Kingery should be an exciting backcourt for Cardinal fans to see in the near future.
Norman goes right to left. Does not get her layup to go. Rebound Salenbine. Kicks down low. Towers with the left hand. Leaves it short. Fought for a loose ball. She goes over the back. Good box out there by Maddie Moody.
And I know Tessa Towers wishes she had that one back right at the rim. And still, with the improvement that she's made, making the easy shots, as I like to call the garbage points, that's something she still needs to work on with her touch. Such big, strong hands. It can be hard to sometimes, get a good feel of the basketball.
Miscommunication between the two guards, Carson Norman and Ashlyn Brooke, result in a three-pointer from Morgan knocked down. 55-78. The Norse trail. Brooke has it in the corner. She works off a Tower screen. Thinks about a shot, can't find it. Kicks it Salenbine, reverses to the left wing. Driving in, Zuri Ransom. Little too aggressive there from Maya Meredith. Swipes down, misses the ball, all arm, and Zuri Ransom will head to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
One thing about Zuri Ransom, she is such a blur when she decides to put her head down and drive to the basket, she is so fast and known really for her defensive ability. But she can really catch you off guard if you're not on your P's and Q's.
Ransom knocks down the first of two. Worthen Arena attempting to get the wave started as Ransom knocks down the second. Goes perfect at that. Trip to the line, 80-55 with 6:40 left in the first. Morgan has it, crossing the timeline for the Nors. Now in the corner is Maya Meredith. She's been hot all second half. She's going to drive in, flips one up. No foul called. Very aggressive defense from Zuri Ransom. She has it, kicks. Ashlyn Brooke in the corner. Her three-pointer sails wide and saved by a no-look toss behind her. Carson Norman keeps the possession alive as it doinked off the foot of Morgan for the Nors.
Carson Norman having high IQ even when she's not looking. Almost having eyes behind the back of her head as she throws it off the foot of a Nors a defensive player, able to retain the possession of the basketball. And that's just some veteran savviness right there from Carson Norman.
The Cardinals will get it off the inbound. Ransom and one from the mid-range. Steps it back and hits it in the face of Maya Meredith.
Meredith fouled her completely blatantly. That could have been dangerous as she not only hit her arm on the shooting stroke, she really landed in that landing zone of Zuri. Zuri right there, that could have been dangerous. You know, we've seen a lot of basketball players really get serious injuries on plays like that. Glad to see that she's up and okay.
Ransom will shoot. Grace Kingery will head to the scores table to check in for her, I assume. Zuri knocks it down and will hobble off. Hopefully everything is okay. Didn't look like a terrible injury on the court, but just a tough spot to land. Looked like it was on the foot of Maya Meredith. Unfortunate for the Cardinals. Nevertheless, 83-55, we play on here in the fourth. Rushton has it at the top of the key, will reverse. Now Moody in the corner, fires off a three. Fought for, Tessa Towers will go down and rebound it. Brooke has it. Cross-court pass to Norman. Right back, cross-court to Brooke. Finds Kingery in the corner. She fires up a three. That one tipped, but rebound by Towers. Puts it on the deck. Kicks it out, and Ashlyn Brooke will reset things for the Cardinal in white.
That's a shot you got to go up with.
Looking in the corner. Kingery thinks about it. Now dumps down low. Towers spinning to her left. Soft touch. Can't get it to go, but Bree Salembine collects the rebound and keeps the possession alive. Norman has it at the top of the key. Now working off a Towers screen. She drives in. Floats one up. Leaves it way too strong. Towers fought for and gets the rebound. Kingery, why not let it fly? That one doesn't go. Salembine gets another rebound. The Cardinals keep their possession alive.
President Merns is loving that action right there.
Up off his feet.
Off his feet. Hey, you know what? Hey, can you really blame him? I love to see great hustle. Even if you're up by 30, you still got to be attentive in the game as Tessa Towers misses a bunny.
Yeah, just leaves it a bit short there, but Maya Meredith will have it. Now kick in the corner. That's Wolderman. Her three-pointer does not go. Rebound, Norman into the hands of Brooke. She will slow things down, pitches it to Norman. She's going to let a three-pointer fly. Does not go. Rebound, Salembine. She's going to drive to her right, flips it up, spins around the basket. Breeze up to 20 points, and now a game high for Bree Salembine, the MAC Player of the Week.
Another 20-point per game performance. Scoring all 18 here in the second.
Down low, Jordan goes to work on Towers, gets one to flip off the right hand and off the backboard. Gets that to go. She's up to 5 points on the evening, 85-57. Norman has it on the right wing. She drives baseline. Probes around, finds cutting Towers. She can't get it to go.
Man, that was a beautiful find. I didn't even expect that pass, and maybe Tessa Towers didn't either.
Rushton has it, now dumps it off Jordan. 4 straight for her as the mid-range shot over Salabine goes. Norman will have it for the Cardinal in white, moving right to left, crossing the timeline at that Cardinal logo. Works off a Salabine screen. Norman will step it back, dump it off the Towers at the top of the key. Towers looks to find Salabine, can't do it. It is tipped up in the air and brought down by Rushton. She has it on the right wing. A long crossover now into the hands of Wolderman. Swings a cross-court pass. Morgan has it. Dumps off. Jordan, the hot hand, can't get that to go. Wolderman, a rebound over Towers, and a scoop shot with the left hand goes. 85-61. The Nors, 6 straight.
The senior out of Westchester, Ohio, getting a little busy down low against the towering Tessa Towers.
Norman on the other end. She's up to 18 points. Brady Sally calls a timeout, mainly to just get some substitutions into the game. Anise Tagayi checks in. Alba Cabrero checks in as well. And then on top of that, Brooke Winchester in her first game played this season will see the floor once again. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Cardinals lead 87-61. Although the Cardinals are leading and have looked very, very good this game, Northern Kentucky has shown some fight here the last couple minutes. In the second half, Maya Meredith has been dominant. But then on top of that, Mia Jordan, 6 straight right before that timeout. Something to be proud of.
Oh, absolutely. And though more likely than not, you're not going to get the outcome that you wanted, and you're still going to be seeking that first win of the season. Listen, one thing you cannot say about this team is that they don't play hard. Even in their losses against Louisville, they surged on. And actually, if you watch the game, they kind of held on to a decent-looking ball game in the first half, and then obviously we saw how that outcome ended. And even against their loss against Marshall, they put up a good fight in the fourth quarter as well. And so this isn't a team that really, lacks effort. I honestly just think, if anything, this is a team that seems to lack a little bit of direction and, a little bit of continuity offensively and really an established identity. I don't think they really know or have any sense of that yet, especially with it being so early in the season. And I think naturally they're going to have a lot more opportunities to get that figured out, and I'm sure they will. But for right now, it's just really not clear where this team is headed almost.
Although it's not clear, they have outscored the Cardinals in the second half, 38-36. So this second half has been very competitive and close. The Cardinals in their first 2 games, although those ones being played a lot closer, the second half, they did not look as good as they did in the first, and that will continue into tonight's game. But nevertheless, they have an 87-61 lead. A lot of bright spots for the Cardinals. Bree Salambine getting most of her work done in the second. She's up to 20 points, a game-high 20. Carson Norman, 18 points, tying second with Maya Meredith, the leading scorer for the Nors. And so it's been a fun second half, still 2:48 to be played. It'll be interesting to see the trajectory of both of these teams as the season continues to go on. We've mentioned the schedules that they have in the future. Neither of them have easy schedules. Neither of them play in an easy conference. The Horizon League is very, very competitive. Last year, the Nors finishing 5th with an 8-12 conference record, looking to build on that this season. The Cardinals, off their regular season and tournament MAC championship, it's going to be tough to do any better than that, but they hope to match it. The Cardinals will not pick up full court for the first time this game, but it'll be thrown into the hands of Anna Hamilton for the Norse. She works left to right. Working around the perimeter, the Norse look to dump it inside, can't find it. Back into the hands of Hamilton. She curls off a screen, floats it up. A blocking foul on Brooke Winchester will go. And that'll result in Anna Hamilton shooting 2 shots. Carson Norman checking out for the Cardinals, gets a hand from the Worthen faithful. Hamilton's first free throw does not go. Her second one rattles around the rim and does not fall either. Now into the hands of Gigi off the Brooke Winchester rebound. Finds Tagayi at the top of the key, now swings over to Winchester on the left wing. Top of the key is Kingery. Reversing it around are the Cardinals. Gigi drives in with the right, finds a cutting Tagayi. She will dribble it back out and reset. Gigi has it off a screen, reverses to Tagayi. She's going to drive baseline. Kicks, but there will be a blocking foul against Linshorst for Northern Kentucky. 20 seconds on the shot clock, and Gigi will inbound for the Cardinals. In for the first time this season for the Cardinals, Lauda Martinez checks in. One of the freshman from overseas, up and under. A nice finish right there from Violeta Rojas. Another one checking in for the first time. Is her first season at the Division I level, transfer from community college.
Yeah, she lit it up out there when she played at community college, averaging over 20 points a game.
Dumps down low on the other end, and a beautiful finish for the Norse. Gets that one to go. Rosano getting an opportunity to convert on the three-point play. Her first points of the night. Averages 5 points a game. Made 24 appearances last season. Only averaged 1.9 points a game, but nevertheless, getting some minutes late in this one. Gigi drives in, up and under. What a finish by the Italian freshman. Oh my goodness. Gigi has been described by Brady Sally as his type of guard, someone who can pass and shoot it at a very high level. A lot of potential for the Ball State Cardinals and a lot of potential in her young career. She gets the free throw to go. 92-63 with 1:25 to go in the fourth, into the hands of Hamilton. They work around the perimeter, looking down low for Thomas. They get it to her on the right block. She spins to her left, dribbles off her foot, but keeps the possession alive. Into the hands of Eaglin. She will reset it. And a traveling violation will be called against the Norse. 1:06 left in this one. Gigi will get it off the inbound from Winchester. Crossing the timeline for the Cardinals, moving right to left. Martinez has it on the right wing. Now Lauda on the left. Gigi working off. Screen from Alba. Looking for a cutter, can't find it. Into the corner. Violeta drives baseline again, floats one up. It rattles around the rim, can't get that one to go. Rocha is so good at going downhill, unable to get that finish to go. On the other end, Eaglin can't get that one to go. Rattling around the rim, similar to Rocha's. Rocha's is going to fire up a three, and Violeta gets it to go from downtown. 95-63, 22 seconds left. Shot clock turned off.
A little 5 for 5 for Violeta. No keep away ball for her. She said, I wanted my bucket.
Hamilton has it. Jab step, drives into the paint. Kicks, Eaglin fires up a three. Tipped by Gigi, but a foul will go against her with 3.9 seconds left. The Norse will have an opportunity to add to their 63-point total. Gigi jogs over to have a discussion with head coach Brady Sally, talking to his young freshman guard about why there's no reason to contest that shot with 3.9 seconds left, but a learning moment for Gigi.
And, you know, probably like Coach Sally with that same rhetoric, you know, just let them take the shot. You know, let's get out of here, and we can all go home.
1 for 3 from the free throw line. Caroline Eaglin hits. The inbound will be made, and the Cardinals will dribble it out. Their home opener is won in dominant fashion, 95-64 against Northern Kentucky. Cardinals improve to 3-0. Northern Kentucky 0-3 will continue to seek their first win of the season as they get ready to travel to Hinkle Fieldhouse to play the Butler Bulldogs here this weekend. The Cardinals travel to Memphis and look to stay undefeated. Brady Sally gets yet another home opening W. And the Cardinals will jog over to the band and celebrate with the band and some of the fans here in Worthen Arena. Zander, it's been a really good one. What did you see that both these teams could build off of?
Man, it was an outstanding performance by Ball State. Just coming in here and really playing with their hair on fire, not letting up, forcing the action, attacking the basket, shooters constantly moving, getting in space. The ball seemingly never stuck to any one ball handler. It was a beautiful, offensively driven night. And on the defensive end for them, they stayed disciplined, they pressed without fouling, and they caused a lot of turnovers and scored off of turnovers. For Northern Kentucky, you look at this game, you lose by 30, you probably say, listen, it's not really too much to build off of. And simply, it might look like that, but it's not true. You still stuck with it. You fought to the very end. A lot of senior leadership really came through and showed to set a precedent and a standard for the players throughout the roster. And if I'm then, yes, you're 0-3, but listen, there's nowhere else to go but up. And I know that might sound very cliche considering the position they're in, but hey, it's true. And right now what you got to do is limit turnovers. Find a way by Coach Hands to lead his troops and to say, listen, we got to be able to break a press at the collegiate level. There's no excuse for our senior guards, our fifth-year guards at that, to have this much experience at a collegiate Division I level and not know how to do this. We got to come together as a team and come together as a cohesive unit so we can limit turnovers, be efficient with our paint touches and our perimeter touches, and try to get more involved on the offensive end if you don't have the basketball.
A lot to look forward to for both these squads. For Zander Woods, I have been LJ Shrieve. The final from Worthen Arena, 95-64. The Ball State Cardinals beat the Northern Kentucky Nords and stay undefeated. You've been listening to another production on SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.